The market challenges 4,400 on Friday before falling off a cliff in the overnights. Does this mean we're back on the pain train? Find out next on Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market rallied furiously on Friday, challenging 4,400 and closing near the highs. Then it fell off a cliff on Sunday, gapping down around 80 points at the open. And I can't say the move down is unexpected. That one of the last things I told my trading group on Friday is I expect Monday to be red. The reason for that is we were looking for a wave 2 pullback, and while an 80-point gap down is aggressive, it is still well above our support levels. Now, I'll get into all that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with this gap down and move down, we are now looking to see how this move down plays out. As long as it respects our support levels, we're going to count it as a wave 2. However, if support breaks, we can look lower. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is zoom out and take a look at the big picture because it's important to understand the pullback and perspective of the bigger picture because it's really just a blip on the radar. So here we are in the S&P daily futures chart where this is the March 2020 lows. Okay, so we made our 1 and 2 up. We finished our wave 3 in November. Okay. And then we have an A, B, C down from there. Now, B is the all-time highs on here because this is a clear 3-wave move up. So it makes sense for it to be an expanded B wave as opposed to a moving the 3 over to the top there. But in any case, however you want to count it, we had our move down. And what we would look for in a wave 4 down, okay, is to hit the 382 retracement. And that's pretty much exactly what happened. Now, it did poke through a little bit, but it held. You can see that it's just a stick down here, and it immediately reversed well above that 382. So this area of support held and reversed the market. Now, does that mean the down move is over? Not yet. We have to still build a little bit more structure to the upside to say that, but it's getting a lot closer to being over, and I'm leaning that way. And as long as our wave 2 support holds that we'll look at here in just a minute, then I will feel a lot more comfortable about that. But the idea here, guys, is to understand the big picture. This move down is a blip over this entire rally that we just saw, and it's expected. The biggest thing to do when you're looking at the market is say, where are we in the structure and what should I expect? For us, we expected a pullback off the top of wave 3, and when we expect that pullback, we give ourselves a target, which is the 382 retracement, which is typical for a wave 4, and that's the 4151 zone, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, so remember, always zoom out and look at the big picture when you're stressing or fearing or getting scared that the market is crashing or listening to the people on the news. Big picture perspective is always important. The market is doing exactly what we expected it to. Okay, so let's zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, on this chart, we're on the 2-hour futures chart. And this is so you can kind of see the count from the top and how we got there. So we had our A wave down, B up in our expanded B wave. Okay, then we had a 1, 2, 3. We had a 4 that came up into wave 1 territory, which gave us a diagonal down here. And then the hallmark of an ending diagonal ending is an explosive rally up, and that's exactly what we saw. So now we've got this pullback here that's starting, and we're looking for our wave 2 down. And as long as that wave 2 support holds, we would look for this wave, bigger wave 1 to rally up towards the 4760 area. So let's zoom in just a little bit more here and talk about the market. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 30-minute futures chart, and you can see the gap down here. Okay, and I'm calling that gap down and move down the bottom of that wave A as it did break the 382, but didn't quite get to the 50%, and that's a pretty common A wave target for a wave 2. We may already have the B wave in place. I would like a little bit higher than that, but if that is the top of the B wave, it does project us right above our 764 at 4167, and I kind of expect a pullback into that area to give us the proper overall wave 1 size. So remember, this is building microwave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to build wave 1 of 5. Okay, so in order for wave 1 of 5, which is up here around the 2.0 at 4728, and that's about where we would expect it to be in order to project toward our 5500 target, okay, in order for that to fill out properly, we would expect a pullback towards this 764 target at 4167. So again, the move down, okay, the gap down and move down, we're counting A. If this was all of the B wave back up, then that is perfectly fine, as that does project down around to this 764 zone. So that would fill out pretty nicely for a wave 2. Now, if wave 2 support doesn't hold, okay, and this does break, then we are looking lower, and we would expect the 4029 to 4,000 area to hold this pullback, or maybe even see a double bottom type situation here where we get another 4100 test and then a bounce. So the key levels to watch, guys, is this wave 2 support box. The top of it is the 4241 range, and I would expect it to move, more to the bottom of this box. The top of this range is 4241.75, so we'll call it 4242. And the bottom of the range is 4167.25, so we'll call that 4167. So 4242 down to 4167 is what we're looking at as support for this pullback. If that breaks, okay, then we would expect to see this low at least challenged, okay, at least a double bottom at 4100, if not a break and a move towards 4029 to 4000 to complete that C wave down. Now, over on the NASDAQ, we're going to have a pretty similar setup, obviously, as they do trade fairly in step. We have our wave 1 up. Okay, we're counting that move down, that gap down and move down as A. And then we're looking for this to either be the B wave or a little bit higher in B, as we said on the ES, same type of deal. And then the key thing is the support box, right? So we need support to hold 13,615 down to 13,306. So if we can hold that support zone, that 13,615 down to 13,306, we would expect a wave 3 to begin targeting 15,204. And if it cannot hold this support zone, then we would look for this to break and at least a challenge of the lows, okay, if not a break of the lows, and a move down toward that 12,900 area. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates so that you can understand why the market's doing what it's doing, check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, head on over there and check out our membership plans. We have 2 amazing plans that both come with 7-day free trials so that you can come in, make sure you love it, make sure it's everything I say it is before you ever pay a penny. We have 2 different rooms. My room is the Invest with Jacob room, where you get all of my real-time market updates, you get all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as your Elliott Wave questions answered. Now, I only trade the SPY and the QQQ, so if you're looking for individual stocks and other trades, as well as a guy who just crushes the market, he is one of the best traders I've ever seen. His name is PT, and he has his throne room. Now, with PT's throne room, you get my room and his room, so you get both rooms, okay? You get his reduced risk trading style that is very unique and very effective. He uses it to kill the market, and he does trade on individual stocks and the SP 500. So come on over, guys. Check out both rooms. You get a 7-day free trial. You got nothing to lose. It's really a great deal. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. For the S&P and for the NASDAQ, we are looking for them to hold wave 2 support. Okay, so we're looking for, on the S&P, 4242 down to 4167. Okay, and I think it will probably challenge that 4167 zone just based on the structure. So we're looking for wave 2 support to hold. Okay, and then a move higher to take out this wave 1 high. If we see that, then I feel pretty confident that the bottom is in. For the NASDAQ, it's the same setup, just different levels. We are looking for wave 2 support to hold, and their wave 2 support is 13,615 down to 13,306. So as long as they can hold that area, we would expect them to hold, bounce, and take out this high, and that would again give us confidence that the NASDAQ bottom is in. If support on either can't hold, then we would look for them to challenge the prior lows and possibly make a double bottom or a slightly lower low. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.